Okay, everybody, we are back with Miss Quimby, and we are going to do our her veining. I hope this camera angle works out good for everybody. We'll see. I can't tell if it's clear for you guys or not, so let me know in the comments below if this is fuzzy at all, or if it's just my computer that's being weird. Okay, so today we're doing veining, and I have my veining mixture pretty much ready here. I haven't tested it yet to make sure that it's the right consistency or not yet, because you need to do it before you can know if it's right. This is what I use: Master's Touch thick body acrylic cobalt turquoise. And then I have it mixed with distilled water. And there's the consistency so far. See, it doesn't go back to clear real quick like the other did, or like we do on most of our layers. As this layer, we want a little bit darker, just the veining shows up. So I'm going to start on the back of the head and test it. Let's remember, we always start on the back of the head, because if we mess up, then it's covered by hair. Nobody knows. So I'm just going to test it here, and then I'm going to take my damp sponge and go like that. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay. So then I'm going to continue on from that line I was just doing. I'm going to go down her head right here. Oops, I'm losing it here. And you're just going to kind of try and blend that in. You don't want it super dark. And if you blend it too much and it's not really visible much, like it is right here, just go and draw a line over it again, and then do it again. And I mean, you can keep drawing lines and drawing lines until you get it as dark as you want it. So, and I do another one down here. And then we're just blending it because we don't want it to look like a line. I want it to look like a vein under the skin, so we want it to blend in and go under the surface. And I go from there to here. Whoops, went too far, but that's okay. I always go from the soft spot back. Blend that a little bit more. And then split it up into two veins down here. And then from the soft spot up here, I'm gonna make it go like this down behind the ear. Oops, I'm sorry, you can't see that. Okay, so let me move my camera a little bit so I can hold it and be comfortable and you guys can still see it. Okay, so now, okay, since you guys couldn't see what I did there, I started in the back of the head here. Here, I'll do a little bit right here just so you can see. And you put it on there, and then you blend it in like this. so that you can just see the vein underneath the surface. Once I like the coat, then I split it off and go down here. And you don't want to go down in straight lines. You want to do them wiggly, because if you look at your own veins, your veins don't just go straight. So then after I get that V done, then I go straight back here. Well, not straight back, but I do a wiggly line back here to the soft spot. And if your baby doesn't have a soft spot, the soft spot, if you look at the ears, it's usually in the middle of the head and just like 1 finger width forward. So, and Miss Quinby here has a lovely soft spot. So I went from that soft spot and did a wiggly line down here to the back of the ear. And I'm going to do one more squirt in here, just because it's been sitting here. I don't want it to get too thick. I'd rather go over it a couple times than to put on a line that's too dark. So once I go to the back of the ear here, then I'm going to go down here and do that. That's where your natural veins are in your neck, or your arteries are in your neck. I'm also going to go up behind the ear and just kind of make a little mark down into the ear, so it looks like, you know, babies have veins in their ear. And I'll come inside the ear, and you want to be really careful not to get it anywhere else on the ear. And if you can't reach, then just grab a mop brush and just blend it that way. Goodness, I gotta figure out how to get this. I'm sorry guys, I keep moving out of the frame. I gotta get used to this. Okay, maybe I'll try and move the camera somewhere else next time so that it's more in my, where you keep going. Okay, so from there, then we're going to go over and do the other side. We're going to go from the soft spot and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle back to behind the ear. And the reason I'm only doing small spots at a time is because the longer you sit there, the darker that's going to get. And we don't want it we don't want it real dark. I think I need another squirt of water in this because it went darker faster. And also it will not only, like, it'll dry faster too, along with being darker if you need to add more water. So finish from there and go down here. And split and go back here. Okay. And then from there, now you want to make sure now from this point forward that you are really careful, because we're going to go to the face. And that's not going to be covered with hair if you mess up. So make sure your sponge is damp. And I did it again. I'm so sorry. Okay. So from here, we're going to bring, actually let me get some more. My brush gets probably starting to go dry on my brush. Okay. From here, we're going to go down here like this across the temple and to the eye. See, I got that really, really light. So let me do that again. There we go. Just like that. And I still need to do it over again here. There we go. I think I have too much water on my sponge, so it's soaking up paint. There we go. All right. So then if you want to, you can actually go to the eyelet and just kind of draw a couple veining lines here too. Just want those ever so slightly on there. And then you can also go from here. I always go from here to the front of the ear too. Like that. Then, did I get out of frame again? Oh, I'm sorry. I went from the midpoint between the vein and the eye on that line that we just did, and I went down to the ear, and I always go to right here on the ear. So we went from here down to the eye, and then from here to here. What we're also going to do, we're also going to go up here and do a little vein right there under the chin. Okay, I'm back and I have Miss Quimby's arm. And I'm already dusted it off. Now I'm just double checking for, oops, for little pieces on there that I don't want on there. Big pieces of lint or flecks of paint or whatever. All right, she's good. Okay, so now we're gonna make sure we brush. Sorry, I just put the paintbrush on my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna mix the paint. And then we're gonna go to the armpit and we're gonna make a line there. Whoops, I had way too much paint on there. That's what baby wipes are for. Okay. Let me take some paint off of my brush here. All right. So we're gonna go from here. Now I don't have enough. There we go. And make it go follow that V down again, like that. And we're gonna elongate those like they go underneath the fat layer. Just like that. And this one didn't get dark enough. Okay, there we go. Then we'll go to the wrist and we're gonna make another V and have it go down. And we're gonna pull that back so that it looks like it goes under the fat. And I need to redo that V. There we go. Okay, then we're gonna go from the top of that V to the thumb and then over by the fingers, by like the pointer and middle fingers. Then we're gonna pull down from the ring finger and the pinky finger down to that second line. There we go. Flip it over. And we're gonna go from the pinky and the middle finger. And go there. Like in between the digits. Then we're going to go from in between the pointer and middle finger down and come from between the thumb and the pointer finger down. And we're going to make that V and have it trail off into her arm. Just like that. And her arm is done. That's all there is to it. So, the most important things to do are to make sure that it's light and you're not leaving this dark line. So you have to make sure you blend it, and you got to make sure that your consistency is watered down enough that it's not going to leave this dark line. So, and also make sure you use a liner brush. Okay, now let's do, let's see, here's Quimby's, the leg I just did. No, okay. I had Miss Quimby. I already did the leg, but it stopped recording. So, let me see here if we can do this again. So, let me dust her little leg off, and then I'll just splice them together. I don't know how to keep this from stopping recording. Okay. So, let's mix that up again. I'm going to put a fresh squirt of water in there. Alright. So, we're going to go from inside her thigh, and we're just going to make a V like that. And then we're going to blend it rather quickly. And you just want it barely showing. I'm going to actually do mine a little bit more here. Remember, you can always add paint, but you cannot take it away as easily anyway. You can take it away, but it's not, you know. Okay, so then we're going to come from here, and we're going to go behind the ankle and in front of the ankle. And here we're going to go like that so that it makes it look like the vein is going underneath the fat. There we go. And then here, we're going to take this and we're going to go down underneath the foot. And remember, following that natural, like, concave of the foot. We're going to blend that really good. And right now, I don't care if that gets rid of the line, because I more want that blueness. So I can always draw that again, that vein again. And there we go. I'll flip it over. Make sure it's still recording here. And I'm going to go from here to behind. So I want that to go to the heel. Behind the ankle and in front of the ankle. And here I'm going to draw it up. And I want that purple or that blueness right there. So I'm going to blend that for that. Then I'm going to go to where that was and bring it forward to between the toes. That. Flip it over. Oh, it is still recording. Okay. And then we're going to go from here down to below the ankle, or in front of the ankle and behind the ankle. And there, we're just going to brush that up. And I already did this side, but that's okay. There we go. So yeah, I shouldn't have redone that, but that's fine. No biggie. All right. Let me get the other arm. See if it's still recording. Maybe I'll stop. That's very important too. So I will see you guys next time. God bless, and I hope you have a wonderful day and getting close to Christmas. So Merry Christmas. Bye now.